P.S. Oda is a better world builder.
I just want to take a moment and appreciate Naruto for what.
One Piece is number one.
Always will be
underdog stories,
number
each
one.
of
For like the past decade, Itachi has been the most glazed anime character. I don't even think it's close for real. It's even more impressive how many people glaze this man's very existence, despite not.
The One Piece anime is back to being peak fiction once again, and it's making me touch myself inappropriately.
Wait. Look, you probably sitting there like, oh no, what's going on? Let me explain how we got here. Look, Twin. The big three is a term that's often used in anime that's loosely thrown around, argued about, and usually the center of discussion when talking about influence and other things. But look, originally, the term was coined for 3 specific series back in the early 2000s to express how important they was, you feel me? Which was Naruto by Masashi Kishimoto, Bleach by Tite Kubo, and One Piece by Eiichiro Oda. This wasn't and still isn't opinion based. Everybody didn't come together and say, oh yeah, these the best, and we gonna say they the big three because we say so. No, gang, no, that's not what happened. If that was the case, then the term big three wouldn't hold as much weight as it does. Let me give you the rundown. After series like Dragon Ball were finished at the time and had a big impact on the West, these series were key factors in following through with the popularization with anime and manga in the West, basically hitting the ground running after Dragon Ball paved the way. These were stamped and solidified their positions because of the numbers they started putting up. But in the very beginning, they weren't always selling crazy numbers and just doing very good straight out the gate. So in terms of popularity, yes, the initial, these are the big three, that's how it came about. But then they started putting up the numbers to back them up. These were the highest and best selling manga, carrying the weekly, get that, weekly Shonen Jump magazine, meaning that every week they had to come out with a new part of the story, continuing their already going series. So what you and I think about these series, if they good or bad, it really don't matter, Twin. It really don't, bro. It's completely objective. And usually when people talk about manga sales and anime sales and things like that in the debate, it'd be invalid. But for this, because we're talking about how the term was created, it is. There could really never be another big three like the original, but technically there can be another big three in terms of stats, but it's highly unlikely. And for there to be another big three, a series would have to sell a crazy amount of numbers above all other manga and anime, and be alongside 2 other series doing the exact same thing for an extended amount of time to solidify their position. I say it's unlikely because nowadays a lot of series do a lot of numbers, but that's just it. They're doing all relatively good. And on top of that, most series just aren't long enough to keep up the momentum that it takes to have that longevity in the long run. Now that we got the history part out the way, let's get to what this video is really about. The feud of the big three.
The big three. It's just big me.
Alright, so we're gonna talk about the big three feud. I want you to think of each series as a family. Now we all know that in each family you're gonna have good family members and bad family members. The good family members are the ones that respect the other families, might indulge in some of the activities that they partake in. It's all around just respect and love. But the bad family members, that's what we're about to get into right now. Well. Here goes the most toxic out of all of the families. Naruto. Now Naruto, the original, is about a boy who's an outcast amongst his whole entire village, and all he wants to do is become the leader and the top dog in his village. But everybody looks down on him and does not respect him. But slowly but surely he gains the trust and the respect and love from everyone in the village and creates his own way and walks his own path. It's really good character development in this show, and they do a nice job at storytelling. The world building is on point, and it's overall a great series. The anime, to me, does best when it shows side characters and other main cast characters character development, and really how it carries over with hints of foreshadowing. I don't like that on that same note, it's like a double-edged sword, because you have some characters that are portrayed to be more important than they actually are, and then you have other characters that are more important that all the time don't get the attention that they deserve or the writing that they deserve, in my personal opinion. You feel me? Now the Naruto family knows that they're toxic and knows how toxic they are, but they just don't care. They ignore it. You feel me? I say that they the most toxic, and they know that they're the most toxic because They overscale every aspect of the show, from power scaling to the underdogness of the character to the characters in general. And what I mean is power scaling, right? Naruto is a super formidable power system when it comes to jutsu and chakra, but they do not scale all the way up to Goku. Let's be for real. Let's be serious. There is no way that Naruto is beating Goku. I'm gonna leave it right there. Just period. It's nothing else to say right there. The underdogness, me personally, I'm gonna say that because the story is so good, it's just that, a great story. Because in real life, a lot of people, it's not the most relatable main character, because a lot of people just have crazy amounts of potential and are trying in different ways to express that and to get that out. That part, yes, is relatable. But when it comes to the entire village hating them, not having any respect or love, no family members, no guidance, that's not the case. A lot of people, there are anomalies and there are certain special circumstances. I understand that. But the majority of people who say that they can relate through and through to Naruto, it's just cap. Just say you like the story. Because me personally, I like the story, but I'm not going to say that I relate to him the most and he just embodies everything that I am and everything, because that would be a lie. Going back to power scaling, the thing that I really dislike about this family is that they're really delusional when it comes to how strong their characters and how strong their verse is. If you want to explain it down in the comments, go ahead. I'm not going to get too much in detail. That might be a video for the future. Who knows? Now we have the copycat crew. This family right here is Bleach, and this family, I will say, is the least toxic out of the bunch, but they always think that any and everything new gen is copying them. Bleach is the most balanced when it comes to the toxicness out of all of the families, because they're sometimes on defense and sometimes they like to throw out jabs and be on offense as well. I will say that. But the thing is that the Bleach family is compared, and they compare themselves to a lot of other animes. Mostly rightfully so, because some of the authors and mangakas of these other series have came out themselves in multiple interviews and said that they were heavily inspired by Tite Kubo. But a lot of the times, the members of this family are seen calling out a lot of other animes and a lot of other series, calling them copycats. The Bleach family is just now being heard when it comes to how strong their verse is. I feel like in recent years, a lot of people scaled Bleach under Naruto. Newsflash, it's the most powerful out of all of the families when it comes to the big three. But like I said earlier, most of the time, this family is on defense, because out of the big three, it's the most disliked and it's often the most dropped, which is crazy because One Piece has an entire Bible that you have to read just to get through it. But that's not, look, like I said, because they're the most balanced family, are the silent but deadly type. Because in recent time, we've gotten revivals of the anime, they've been a little bit more vocal about where they stand and their position in the big three. A lot of times I see people trying to take them out and push them to the side, but the family and the members of this family, they're here to stay, and they like to make it known now. I'm a certified smacker when I step, I'm never stressing. And last but definitely not least, we have the longest running out of the bunch, the must watch / peer pressurers. This family is One Piece. They always want somebody to watch One Piece and forget that it's over 1,000 episodes long with the added bad pacing. You feel me? But they don't care. They know how long it is. They don't care if you had only 3 hours in your day. They only want you to watch One Piece for those 3 hours. This family is so toxic when it comes to episode count that they have a whole entire strategy of watching One Piece. And I'm finna give it to you right now. You're gonna skip the intro. That's about 1.5 minutes. You're gonna skip the recap. That's about another 30 seconds to a minute right there. Then you're gonna skip the outro. That should put the episode at around 13 to 14 minutes. Max. If that's not good enough, dedicated fans have also developed a way to watch One Piece without all of the bad pacing. It's called One Pace. Look it up. This is the most proud family right here, because over in the West, Naruto was probably the top dog of the big three in terms of popularity, but in recent time, One Piece, with the multiple other forms of media that they've come out with, has overtaken the throne as the most popular anime out of the big three in recent time. This family is very proud of everything that comes with being a member of their family, which I will give them credit because it's rightfully so. They're always eating good when it comes to content. The series is still ongoing and it hasn't shown any signs of slowing down, which is great. And when it comes to power scaling, this family, they do not care if they're the lowest out of the bunch, because they are. But every now and then, these toxic family members like to become delusional, just like Naruto fans, and try to put Gear 5 against Ultra Instinct Goku. And they think that Gear 5 broke the internet. False. Gear 5 did not break the internet. A lot of people who don't even watch anime didn't know what Gear 5 was. At the time when Ultra Instinct came out, everybody could not escape this sound right here. That sound right there is meme now. It's a meme sound. I still have yet to see any internet breaking memes, even when Gear 5 came out. Now I'm gonna hit a couple of points all together with these series. Now going back to it, the big three are who they are, and they're highly regarded because these series, although they might not be the best of the best, these series broke down doors and helped popularize and make it cool to watch anime. A lot of people talk about how they used to get bullied for watching anime, and these were the anime that they were getting bullied for watching. Everybody who doesn't even know what anime is or is too deep into it, they know what Dragon Ball is, they know what Naruto is now, and it's not too cringe or too off-putting when someone says, oh yeah, I like to watch anime, I like to watch Naruto, I like to watch One Piece or Bleach. They're still highly regarded because you can see remnants of these animes in newer shows and newer series that are in the works. These animes, to me, they really do excel in world building, the art style, and the concepts were so good and so put together that early in the series and early in history, they stuck out. Everything else alongside them just weren't doing it like they were. Naruto, with the concept of a kid ninja, draws you in, and the way the main character makes his own way despite the whole village being against him keeps you watching. And the ninja aesthetic really appealed to little kids and little boys. Bleach, the concept of these spirits that regular humans can't see, coupled with the fact that the main character isn't the typical crybaby or has the typical underdog story, makes it instantly interesting. And seeing how he will adapt to the new world that he's introduced to keeps you watching. The realistic character designs with the realistic proportions and the light stylistic clothes that they have these characters in, they really do have that shit on. One Piece, the world building and backstory pulls you in, along with the bizarre character designs, and what keeps you watching is the clues that the main cast will uncover to help them discover the One Piece. Now all the time I see different edits of these different families and of other series trying to take one spot of the big three, then try to take the other one and remix it. The big three isn't something that you can just throw around loosely and you can just say what you want with it. It's a factual thing that was created before a lot of people were even watching anime. All in all of these series are great, and I hope that the One Piece family, the Naruto family, and the Bleach family can come together and just enjoy and celebrate the fact that these series really are GOATed. No matter what anybody says, they have the numbers and have the history to back it up. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Y'all, you know, all of the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. If you got anything that you feel like I missed, drop it down in the comments. If you got anything that you want to see me talk about, drop it down in the comments, buddy. You feel me? And I'm out.